Hey guys, I'm Alastair from Trail and Kale, and today I'm reviewing the Brooks Cascadia 17 trail running shoes. That's these shoes here. So these are Brooks Running's premier trail running shoes. They're basically designed to be able to go on all terrain, really anywhere you really want to go. So this is their flagship trail running shoe, and it's now on version 17. So they've had a bit of time to perfect this shoe. And I have used Cascadias in the past, I think maybe the 13 and the 15. Each one of those has been getting better, and this one is by far the best one so far. So what's different about the 17 in particular over the 16, which I haven't tried? They've essentially got extra stability, improved cushioning, and improved traction as well. So this running shoe really is all about the cushioning, the control, and the traction on the outsole. So they've really basically just improved everything in this version. And the Cascadia range has always been a really protective shoe whilst out on the trails and in the elements. For example, you've got this really nice protective toe bumper, so if you do stub your foot or toes on rocks or roots or anything like that, and that can happen, by the way, if you're coming towards the end of your run, you're a little bit tired and you're not picking up your feet as much as you normally would do, then you can kick roots and rocks. It just happens. But when it does happen, if you don't have a toe cap or a toe bumper, then it can really hurt. So I really like that the Cascadia 17 has a nice toe bumper. Some other little nice things that these shoes have got is here you've got this nice little elasticated loop, which is where you can put your laces in, stow them away whilst you're running so they don't end up flapping around. I've seen these before on various shoes, but what I like about this one is it has a little toggle which you can grab hold of nice and easily, and it does make the shoes look better and tidier when they're tucked away. At the rear you do have a gator loop, a little bit of velcro there, and what you do is tuck the back of the gator in, and that keeps it over your ankle area and around the collar of the shoes so debris doesn't get into your shoes when you're running. Particularly good if you're running on sand or loose dirt with debris like this. One of the other nice little features is that the wall, the counter and the collar area of the shoes here is very low, nice and low, not too low, but it's not going to end up touching your ankles. So I really like that. It's very comfortable right out the box. There's also a nice kind of heel cage here which locks your heel in place and gives you extra stability. So I really like that. Those are some of the key features that don't get mentioned a lot about the Cascadia, but I will go over the more popular features within this review. So stay tuned. And if you do enjoy this video or you're enjoying it, please give it a like, subscribe to our channel for more videos just like this, and say hello to Kepler. He absolutely loves it when you say hi in the comments, so definitely do that. Say hello, Kepler, and he might say hello back. Keppy, are you ready? Ready for trails? Trails? Let's go. Some of the key things to know about the Brooks Cascadia 17 then. They cost $140, which by the way I think is super reasonable for a trail running shoe that essentially can do it all. So I love the price point, and definitely you get a lot for that money. They're 11.4 ounces in weight, which is around 320 grams. That's not the lightest shoe by any means. I reviewed many a shoe which is definitely lighter than that, but they're a shoe that has a lot of cushioning and protection, so I'd expect them to weigh a little bit more than some of those more minimal trail running shoes, and they're going to appeal to a lot of runners because of it. So a wide range from beginners to intermediates, I would say, are going to love this shoe for the protection and all-terrain traction and control that you get. There is an 8mm drop from heel to toe, and then finally the shoes are medium width. So if you've got medium width feet, then these are going to be for you. They're going to fit perfectly, and they do fit true to size, so go with your usual sizing with Brooks and you won't be disappointed. And then I guess the only other thing would be is the cushioning. How much cushioning is there? I'd say it's medium cushioned, kind of feels firm and cushioned, which is a really nice combination. So I've been climbing now for about 4 kilometers. This is one of my favorite local routes. I end up doing about 300 meters of vertical gain over about 10 kilometers of the full run. So I've been able to really test out the Brooks Cascadia 17 on how they climb. So far, I'm really loving them. These are totally the best $140 you can spend on trail running shoes. In fact, it's the best trail running shoe you can get for $140 or less. I'm putting that out there because I'm really standing behind these shoes. They are really excellent. So the breathable upper is just that, super breathable, very flexible, very comfortable on the top of your feet from the inside as well. No complaints there. Like I said earlier, the counter, which is the bit at the back of the heel where your foot goes in, and the collar, which is the bit around your ankles here, that's all quite low, so none of that affects your ankles. There's no real pressure on your Achilles either, so they're really comfortable and loving the upper. Now let's talk about the midsole, because they are very nicely cushioned, but they've also got that response as well. They're using what Brooks are calling the DNA Loft version 2, which is effectively the foam inside. And there's also a nice little plastic plate running through there here, which Brooks has nicely offered a little window into that plate, so you can see the plate. That's just a plastic thing that runs through the midsole all the way. It's just a little feature, they let you see it. And what that does is protect your feet from the gnarly terrain below, so any sharp rocks or anything that could potentially dig into your feet. That plate protects you from that. It also helps the shoe adapt to technical terrain as well. It gives you extra stability on that variance in terrain. So I feel really stable. I'm excited to be running downhill in these shoes shortly because I think they're going to be super stable on the downhill and also give me a lot of control. And the outsole, haven't even mentioned the outsole yet. Check this out. Yeah, jazzy rubber pattern, but these lugs, the strategic positioning of those lugs, it just feels really good. It grips into the trail. I haven't had any slips yet, and I kind of cover lots of different terrains, dusty, dirty, kind of dry leaves, this kind of stuff. All sorts of things that generally make it very easy to slip over and slide down on trails. So I'll be testing that out on a downhill. But some of the trails on the way up were a little bit wet. We got some very rare rainfall this morning in Northern California, so they dug in very well on the wet as well. And these shoes are born in the Cascades, so Brooks Running really know how to make an all-terrain running shoe, because that's their playground. They're used to that kind of weather and environment, so they know what they're doing. And as I said, this is version 17. They've had practice, and this is the best Cascadia yet. Really hope you're enjoying this review. If you haven't heard of Trail and Kale before, I really urge you to go check out our website, which is trailandkale.com. If you're interested in running or trail running, anything running, if you want to get better at running, if you need a really good training plan that's heart rate based, so that you really do improve and don't overtrain whilst you're actually training for your race. Definitely go check it out, you won't be disappointed. I've had some really good downhill running then in the Cascadia 7, and they're brilliant. As I thought they would be. The outsole grip or tread is excellent. I've got really good control, traction is brilliant as well, and they're just really fun. They've got that firmness yet plenty of cushion that make it comfortable and enjoyable to run downhill fast. So I still can't believe they're $140 for these shoes. They feel like they should be at least $160 for what you're getting, all the features you're getting. Many trail running shoes that cost more than this, you don't get these kinds of features like the toe cap and the gator attachment at the back. So you're getting a lot for your money, and they're a really good shoe. So I think they're super accessible. Anyone who's a beginner, intermediate, even experienced runners are probably going to enjoy these running shoes. So thumbs up for me. I really hope you enjoyed this review of the Brooks Cascadia 17 as much as I enjoyed running in them. And once again, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel for more running gear reviews just like this one. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.